you guys have been talking about starting over and starting anew. I mean, Chick said you guys were in the weight room on the Monday after the BC game last week. Now the game week's finally here. Just how different does everything seem now?
I mean, it looks and feels different. Guys are coming in prepared. They understand that, it's the first game out. It's big. We played them last year for the last game. We got some things we got to handle. And, BC is a great ball club, so we're going to do everything we can to, play to the best of our abilities and beat them.
How eager are you for a lot of reasons, obviously, but, the first time your number gets called in that huddle, that first carry of the year, just how much are you just waiting for that moment to finally get here?
I'm very eager. I've been waiting since the last play last year. So, I can't wait. Whenever that play comes, whenever Coach Fish calls it in the game plan, then I'm going to do my best ability to score. Everybody, I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that I'm just going, be modest and watch the game go. I'm trying to score every time I touch the ball. Like I've said earlier, BC is a great ball club. It'd be an honor to score on them first, and that's what I'm trying to do.
You don't think you have to wait too long for that?
I hope not.
Mike, what do you tell the young kids at Duke Johnson's and what kind of advice has he been asking you about what it's going to be like there?
Before I say that, I appreciate the story, by the way. It was a great story. I just tell them, relax. Don't let it be bigger than you. It's only football. At the end of the day, it's only football. I know it's going to be different. I remember my first game, it was against Florida State on a Monday night. So, I understand how big it can be. So, I'm just telling them it's only football. Don't worry about the outside thing. Don't listen to the crowd noise. Just focus on what you need to do, know the game plan, and go out and play ball.
Mike, you may be the only senior starter on offense. Does that entail added responsibility for you?
Well, just being a leader, in general is a responsibility, so I take it in stride. The guys look up to me, and that's an honor. That means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just doing everything I can to get my teammates prepared to play the game.
You talk about the scoring plays. Do you have a favorite play that you can't wait to hear called in the huddle?
Anytime I'm getting the ball is my favorite play.
Mike, obviously, this team lost a lot of guys from last year's team, a lot of veteran guys. What gives you guys the confidence that, despite the fact that there's so many youngins on the 2 deep, that you'll be better than last year's team, that you'll move forward, step forward from last year?
The biggest thing with us is, the work we put in. Coach Golden and the staff has done a great job of, implementing, ground zero, the things we need to know, how we need to get better. We're not comparing this team to last year. It's a new team, new year, new guys. It doesn't really matter. We don't look at ages. We don't look at anything outside, anything, of that nature. Well, basically, all we do is just, go off of how we worked this summer, the time we put in the spring, and we're just going to go by that.
Try to look into Steven's eyes and kind of get a feel for where he is heading into his first start as a true starter. Well,
Steven's been the same guy every day. He's been doing the things Coach Golden asked, Coach Fish asked of him. He's been leading his team vocally and by examples. So I look into his eyes and I see he's ready to go. He can't wait for Saturday, and I can't wait either to see him play.
And it's been a couple of years, Mike, but that first game that Steven started a couple of years ago against Maryland, really helped win that game, maybe win that game for you. And what did that prove to you guys?
Steven's a winner. Steven, he's a breadwinner. A lot of people don't know Steven, he's a very calm guy, very playful off the field. He's very serious about his craft, what he does, just like everybody else on the team. But Steven's a winner. He came back that Maryland game. That was my sophomore year, his freshman year, actually, and came back and won the game. So, it won't surprise me, for him to get ready to pull out wins this year.
He was so into art.
Yeah. Actually, I did. We did a little team exercise. Just me, him, and the lineman in there. We was just, talking. Getting to know each other more. And he told us that. I was kind of surprised. You really don't know, but if you look at his tattoos, you could tell. So.
Draw himself. Is it artist notion that he was working?
I've never seen him draw anything, but I know he likes it. So.
Like a lot of teams around the country might try to open up with Idaho Valley A&T or some powerhouse program like that. You guys are starting with a league game. Does that really matter in the grand scheme?
It does matter because you wanna be the best. You got to beat the best. And Boston College is a good ball club. They got a great core of linebackers. Which I've been studying thoroughly. For the last couple of weeks with Kevin Pierre-Louis, Sean Duggan, and Steely DeVito. So they're a great group, and it's good to open up with guys in the league, get us a jump on the ACC, and it's a great ball club to start off with.
What does the win, starting off with the win, do for this team?
Any win's a good thing. The first game is going to set the tone for the season. We got a lot of guys, ready to go. It's a lot of guys first time, so it's going to be good, to set the tones for the leader and, for the coaching staff and for the guys on the team.
Like you just mentioned, the linebackers that they have, what do you see from them?
Yeah, they're a very physical group. You just got to be patient. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They fill holes very well. They tackle very well. So, only thing you can do is just keep pressing, have those big linemen leaning on them. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be patient and go from there and try to make as many less mistakes as possible.
Mike, Coach Golden talked about probably playing up to 15 freshmen in this game. What have you seen from this class? Did they seem more mature than maybe your class was coming in?
Yeah, my class was a smaller class, but this freshman class is very mature. They're relentless. To do a lot of things well. Whatever Coach Golden asks from them, they do. And that's all you can ask for young guys. They only know what they know. So Coach Golden has done a great job, and instilling the things that we try to do here in them, and they did a great job, taking heed to it.
Do you have to keep them grounded at all?
No, not at all. They're very humble. With how big of recruits they are, number one corner in the nation, number one running back in the nation, and all this there. But they're very humble. They're very humble guys.
What before you had to almost push to kind of show a little bit of swagger?
Well, it's just like, with anything you're new to, you be kind of shy. And I'm telling you, let it hang out. Have fun. Because if you don't, this game will kill you. So.
What might they see, the freshmen, that they might not expect? Describe some of the stuff that, for the first game.
The biggest thing for me, my first game was you don't realize how fast pregame go. You so caught up in the lights and caught up in what's going on, and you getting off the bus and they fans yelling at you. You just can't get caught up in it. I don't know if they really understand, how big it's gonna be, but I'm sure, with the leaders on this team and what Coach Golden's doing, it's not gonna be too big for them.
You remember your first road trip?
Yeah, I do.
What were your?
It was Florida State on Labor Day. So it was, as you can imagine, it was kind of hectic.
What memory stand out at all?
Yeah, when I got off the bus, we was walking into the stadium, and I think I heard the most. I never heard people talk to me like that before. just with the vulgar language, and you can only imagine what they were saying. So it was just different, to hear a crowd of people screaming at you like that, and I took off my headphones, to hear what they were saying, because it was my first time. I was like, hey, maybe they saying, good luck, but it wasn't nothing close to that.
The rhyme for
Yeah.
Any more questions for Mr. James?
All right, you guys been great. Thank you.
Good ending.